Oppo's come out with two new offerings, the A9 2020 and the A5 2020. So what's unique with them? Well, they both have quad cameras to the back and huge 5000 mAh batteries inside. So what else is Oppo offering here? Let's find out in today's unboxing. Hey guys, Ash here from C4eTech, and if you do end up liking what you see here, please do consider turning on notifications by hitting that bell icon. Guys, in this video, we're going to be focusing on the A9 2020, but before the end of the video, we will also be touching upon the A5 for a bit. So this here, it's the box the A9 comes in. We have the regular branding up top with the picture of the phone and all that. And up to the back, we have some spec highlights. We have a sticker with more information. Oppo sent us a marine green unit, an 8128 variant. Let's now cut through the plastic and the seal, remove that lid. Here we have a SIM ejector tool, some regular literature, and a soft silicone case. Let me set them aside and get to the A9 2020 itself. As you can see, the key specs are mentioned on the plastic protector. Let's peel that protector off and remove the sticker too from the back. The marine green variant, it seems to be one of those darker colors, so the gradient effect here is a little more subtle. This case has a nice wide lip up front. It should protect the phone even if you happen to keep it face down on a table. The other box contents include a 10-watt charger, a pair of earpod style earphones, and finally a USB Type-C cable. Now returning to the A9 2020, the back design, it kinda feels reminiscent to what Oppo's offered with the Reno 2. That centrally placed camera module, the placement of the Oppo logo, it feels very familiar. Now that said, this is plastic unlike the Reno 2's glass. It still looks good enough though with the curved sides and the subtle color changing effects. In hand, the A9 is amongst the heavier phones that we've come across. That's thanks in large to the 5000 mAh battery underneath. It weighs in at nearly 200 grams. Because of that and the large size screen, this is not a phone you're going to be using single-handed. But this also means you're getting a large screen here. It's a 6.5-inch display. It comes with a tiny water drop notch up top that holds, amongst other things, a 16-megapixel selfie camera. The bezels around the edges are mostly tiny, barring this bottom chin. Now this is an HD Plus LCD panel. I was really surprised to see Oppo go with a 720p display at this price point. Doesn't really make a lot of sense here. The colors look nice and all, but I really wish they'd gone with a Full HD Plus display. Now for protection, Oppo is going with Gorilla Glass 3 Plus. With audio, Oppo again surprised me, but this time positively. We've got dual speakers, stereo speakers, the earpiece doubles as the second one, and believe me when I say this, they are loud. Now these are just initial impressions, but I think there's a very good chance that these may be the best sounding speakers on a phone under 20,000 rupees. We also have support for Dolby Atmos on board, and interestingly enough, Widevine L1 is supported as well. Taking a look around the device, we have the accented power button to the right. The top is left clean. To the left, we have the volume up and down keys, and above them is a SIM tray. Here we have dedicated support for microSD, which is always welcome. And at the bottom, we have the 3.5mm headphone jack, primary microphone, USB Type-C port, and the speaker. So enough with the exteriors. Inside, we have the Snapdragon 665 running the show. Now we've seen the Snapdragon 665 in action on multiple phones in the past. So it's been a solid performer, and paired with ColorOS 6 on the Oppo A9 2020, it flies. Everything feels really fast and snappy. Swiping between home screens or opening up apps or even multitasking for that matter, everything feels really snappy. Now another reason for this lightning quick or app opening times, it's gotta be UFS 2.1 storage. The Oppo A9 2020 comes in two variants. It comes with 4 or 6 gigs of RAM, both paired with 128 gigs of UFS 2.1 storage. And as we've seen, if you want to expand it further, there's dedicated microSD support. On the gaming side of things, the Adreno 610 GPU does do a good job. We tried out some popular games and we were able to play them without facing any major issues. It was pretty smooth sailing. As far as battery goes, there's this massive 5000 mAh battery here. That, coupled with the power-efficient 11nm chip, the 720p display, and battery-optimized ColorOS 6 should make for some excellent battery life. The charging times are not going to be quite as excellent since there is no fast charging here, just a 10-watt charger in the box. Touching upon the software side of things, we have ColorOS 6 based on Android 9 Pie here. Over the last few months, we've been seeing so many phones with ColorOS 6 here on C4eTech, so I'm not going to really delve into it. Again, you've got your smart sidebar, the gesture navigation, game space, all present and accounted for. The rear-mounted fingerprint scanner was really fast. I've gotten so used to in-display fingerprint scanners, which are a little slower, that physical fingerprint scanners kind of catch me by surprise these days. Face unlock was present and accounted for, and it also worked really well. To the back, we have this camera bump. Looking at it, you might think the A9 2020 has 3 cameras, but there's another one hidden here, right beneath the flash. The primary sensor is a 48 megapixel unit with a fast f1.8 lens. The daylight shots turned out pretty great. Most times the AI scene optimizer kicks in and tends to up the saturation. The dynamic range seems a little limited, but you do have the option to turn on dazzle color. Oppo has also included a dedicated night mode here. We didn't get a chance to test that out yet, but that is something I will test out if I end up reviewing this phone. So let me know if you want me to review this phone in the comments below. The second sensor, it's an 8 megapixel with an ultra-wide lens. It captures good details and the colors do pop here. Now the last 2 sensors here, they are 2 megapixels each and they're used for taking portrait shots. It's just like what we've seen with the Oppo Reno 2. And so is the skin tones and detail levels from this 16 megapixel f2 snapper. Video recording, it goes up to 4K, but you don't get EIS at this resolution. You get EIS only when you dropped it in 1080p30. Now that's what happens with most phones in this segment. Now here's some sample footage. So what do you guys think about this sample footage? Let me know in the comments. Okay, now before I talk price, let me just slip in a quick word about the A5 2020. It's really similar to the A9 2020, so similar that the box contents are literally identical. SIM ejector pin, information booklets, soft silicone case, phone, 10-watt charger, earpod style earphones, and Type-C cable. Now where do these two differ? Well, the camera setup on the A5 2020 consists of a primary 12 megapixel snapper that cannot do 4K video. It's got an 8 megapixel ultra-wide and the same 2+2 sensor for portrait shots. The selfie snapper has half the resolution though. It's 8 megapixels. And the storage is slower eMMC 5.1 instead of UFS 2.1. They share the same batteries, display and internals, but the A5 is available in 2 different shades, dazzling white and mirror black. Now coming to the price, the A9 2020, it begins at $16,990 for the 4128 model, and as far as the A5 goes, the 464 is priced at $13,990. Now these are prices for phones aimed at the offline segment. So what do you think about these phones? Let me know in the comments below. And with that, we get to the end of this unboxing and hands-on. Do let me know with a thumbs up, thumbs down, whatever you felt about this video. Subscribe, turn on notifications by hitting that bell icon if you haven't yet. Thanks a lot for watching. Till next time, my name's Ash. You've been watching C4eTech, and I'm signing off for now. You guys have a great day. Bye-bye.